Hey guys and girls, how's it going? TheGenXGamer here bringing you guys another video, and you guys are probably sitting there wondering about Infinite Warfare score streaks. Well, I know I am, so let's get into it. Alright guys, so yesterday there was a post on a gaming forum by an unidentified source. So this is not like by any means fact or anything confirmed, so definitely take everything I'm saying today with a grain of salt, because this is completely rumored. No one can prove that this person actually knows what they're talking about. But there was a quote-unquote game tester who claims he was invited to a private sort of press conference at the Infinity Ward Studios, and he made a post on a gaming forum about his experience, and so I'm gonna kind of share that with you guys. First of all, I have to give credit to T. Martin for sort of turning me on to this, and so definitely go check out his video as well. And yeah, so basically he was invited to a private press conference, and they discussed multiplayer, campaign, and zombies, and they showed them gameplay of campaign and zombies, but of course not multiplayer because they're not showing that to anybody. So he really talks about in his post about the kill streaks and score streaks that we're going to be seeing in Infinite Warfare, and it definitely looks very interesting. So the really cool thing about this, guys, is that strike packages are making a comeback into this game. Just like, if you guys remember, those were introduced in Modern Warfare 3 with the assault, the support, and the specialist strike packages. So if you guys remember, or if you didn't play that game, assault is going to be basically kind of like your kill streaks, where they only last until you die, right? So they're going to be more focused on getting you more kills, you know, similar to wraps and these kind of things. They're going to be focused on getting you more kills, but it resets when you die, which is typical of kind of how Black Ops 3 works. So, and then we have support, which is kind of things like, if you guys remember from Modern Warfare 3, things like ballistic vests, stuff like that, things that'll help you support your team, but aren't necessarily going to help you get more kills, but maybe stay alive longer. And then specialist, if you guys remember, was the sort of perks-based score streak or like strike package combination, where you're going to be just every time you get more and more points and more score, you're earning perks so that you're able to become sort of a quote-unquote like really strong player, because you have all these perks on your character, which is really cool. So, and then he also mentions that there's going to be a fourth mystery strike package, which we don't have any information on yet, and I'm kind of interested to see what they're going to do with that. So it's kind of cool that they are bringing this back. Definitely an interesting way to play. I do kind of like that, because it depends on the kind of level of player that you are. Sometimes it's nice kind of having your score streaks sort of follow you even after death, so that if you're not as good at the game, you can still continue to sort of, you know, get some of the higher kill streaks and score streaks, because, you know, they kind of overlap on each life, which I think is a very good idea. I kind of enjoyed that from Modern Warfare 3 for sure. They did, of course, you know, confirm that the kill streaks, of course, as all the past few games have shown, are score streaks and not kill streaks. They're based off of scores, so they motivate you to kind of play the objective of the game mode that you're playing, which is very typical and very much expected. So I wouldn't expect that to change even once things are confirmed. The really interesting thing, guys, is that there is a pick 13 system for our classes, according to this source, and so that's going to be kind of interesting, because we already have pick 10 now. The problem is with the pick 13 system is it's very much like Advanced Warfare, according to him, and he says that it's going to be something where you can have 10, you know, weapon and class related items and then 3 score streaks, or you can reduce the number of, you know, weapons and normal class items that you would have and increase the number of score streaks you have on your class, which is, so they're linking the classes with the score streaks, which, I don't know, it could go either way. We'll have to see how that turns out, provided that this actually ends up happening, because that's gonna be really interesting, because some people are gonna have like three score streaks, and we're gonna have 5, 7, who knows, maybe one of those people out there is gonna be running out with like a knife, and then just all score streaks all over their class. That's gonna be very I don't know how to feel about that. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section about that. But they're also going to include wild cards that will allow you to add more score streaks to your, so they'll increase the number that you can add to your strike package. So it's like customizing your strike packages basically. And then, so now we're gonna get into our actual score streaks that this source says were mentioned to them. So the first one is the Spy Satellite, which is for 350 score, which to me sounds a lot like a UAV. He does mention that a lot of these are similar to Modern Warfare 3 score streaks, and from reading through them I can definitely tell and see the sort of similarities. They're just kind of, you know, ported to sort of space themed things. So the Spy Satellite sounds very much like a UAV, kind of shows you where the players are on the map. Then we have what's called an orbital drop, which probably sounds like a care package, and that's 500 score. We have something that's called a GED, and no, we're not talking about your high school equivalency diplomas and stuff. This is called a gravitational explosive device, which is worth 550 score. So this kind of looks to me like the IED from Modern Warfare 3, if you guys remember that. It's basically a thing that sat on the ground and was just shooting up explosives whenever anybody walked near it. You pretty much couldn't escape it. You heard that thing go off and you can't get out of its way. So it's a very powerful kill streak, and it sounds very much like that to me, so that's what I can take from it. We have something called a rocket strike for 700 score, which probably sounds like a Predator missile. So very much digging back from Modern Warfare 3 for this game, which isn't really an issue. I mean, I really enjoyed that game for sure. That's definitely where I got my start into Call of Duty, guys. And then we have something called an Assault Rover for 1,000 score, which probably sounds a lot like a Cerberus kind of thing, sort of like a, you know, tank that just kind of rolls around, drone style thing. And then we have an ETS, which is an enemy tracking systems for 1,050 points, which kind of sounds a lot like your Blackbirds, VSATs, whatever you want to call them, from every game they've been in there. Basically, probably shows you a more accurate UAV, where it kind of shows you the directions that the enemies are coming from, and all that kind of stuff. So those are your assault kill streaks. Now we have support score streaks, which are Spy Satellite, again, comes back for 500 points this time, because obviously you're able to continue earning score streaks after you die, so they've increased it a little bit. That's interesting. You have a satellite hack, which might be kind of like Black Hat. I don't know. Like it's very interesting, being able to like hack the enemy, you know, kill streaks maybe. Not quite sure about that one. We have ballistic vests are making a comeback from Modern Warfare 3. Pretty interesting for sure. Kind of help out your team with some extra health, which is always nice. The ETS coming back from Assault. We have something called a cyber attack, which is very, very, of course, getting into the technology of the future here for sure. But this is probably kind of like, you know, creating a systems, you know, causing your enemy systems to go down. Kind of like throwing an EMP maybe, but on a bigger scale, some sort of hacking related thing maybe. I'm thinking some Watchdog stuff maybe. So that is the end of your support score streaks. And then for Specialist, you of course have perk option 1 for 300 score, perk option 2 for 500 score, and perk option 3 for 700 score. And this one's kind of a strange one, because they give you all the perks in the game for 1000 score. So all of you really good TDM domination players out there, if you can get 10 kills basically, you have all the perks in the game. I don't know, that's a little OP if you ask me, but we'll see what happens. Well guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this little sort of rumors that we've heard about the game, and definitely take this with a grain of salt. Nothing's been confirmed, and I'll definitely let you guys know when things do get confirmed and stuff like that. But this is just kind of a little bit of a first taste. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. I'd love to hear from you guys. And yeah, if you guys enjoyed, please drop a like, subscribe, and I'll leave the link to the Reddit post in the description. Definitely go check that out. And if you guys haven't seen my previous video on Terminal, coming back to Infinite Warfare, well, definitely go check that out. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.